Alright, we're finally here. I meant to do this last Thursday, but I didn't want to stream last Thursday because it may or may not have been my birthday. And I didn't want to stream on my birthday, so here we are tonight instead. Playing American Truck Simulator yet again because we have another map expansion. We are in Texas now. Look how big. This is ridiculous. Like I thought, when they were getting out towards Colorado, in Wyoming, it was getting ridiculous. But then came Montana. Apparently, I haven't played Montana on this profile yet. Montana was pretty big, right? But then there's this. This is ridiculous. On another profile, I've already driven through a lot of the state. There's a lot. I think they said it's like 20,000 miles to scale of roads. It's a lot. So yeah, we're gonna be driving in that tonight. I'm also be driving a manual Cascadia with the Cummins X15 engine. Got a flat top because I've got a flat bed, actually a drop deck configuration. So I'm going around picking up cargoes on that. And we're doing the Cruising Texas event. I've already started, as you can see. I'm 4 cargoes in. We got 9 more to go, and definitely not doing them all tonight. But we've got some time. I think it's going until January, so there's no rush there. Lots of other goodies that they added in with 146 as well. We'll probably chat through those as I remember them while we're driving. Ah, yes, here we are. Oh, there's an airfield here in McAllen. Right? Yeah, this is where I ended up last time. This is literally... I didn't even prepare for this, so this is where I was sitting for my last drive. Got a bit of a blacked out Cascadia look here tonight. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Here's our aluminum drop deck. Got a bit of a split axle on it. It's kind of awkward to back up because it's not only is it split axle, but it's also mid-frame. There's like the axles don't back up to the back. So yeah, I think when I played last, I think we drove down from Del Rio. So I was thinking of going over to Brownsville maybe to pick up a load to going the other direction because I'm pretty sure I don't have a delivery made in Laredo yet, but I don't think we're going to pick up anything from McAllen going that way, so I think we have to inch over to Brownsville a little bit first before we can head back to Laredo. I'm just trying to get signed into my World of Trucks page here first. Let's see, World of Trucks. Let me in. Let me in. I'm trying to look at my logbook so I can see what I did already. I've only done 4 loads, so it can't be that hard. Yeah, we did Del Rio to McAllen. So, so the 4 cities we've gotten so far, actually we only did 3 loads because we did a start and finish as the first to get the unique cities there. So we did Odessa, Austin to Odessa to Del Rio. Okay, so you can kind of see the... I decided to make a loop here instead of going back down, but we did Austin to Odessa to Del Rio, down to McAllen. So now I'm going to probably see if I can find something that's going to hop us over to Brownsville and then back up. Well, actually, I can't do Del Rio. Laredo, right? I said Laredo. Do a quick hop. Or maybe up to Corpus Christi. We could just start going around the state, doing some driving over there. I don't know which side is going to be more interesting. I think my favorite part of the state is just being able to roll across the freeways because they did a really good job on those. But let's see what we got here. In the meantime, we can pick up some stuff to take down to Brownsville, which should be able to get us something back up then to Laredo if we want to do that. I did forklifts already. Let's just take pallets. Sure. Oh, glass tracks is new. Oh, it's going the other way. Let's just do... Well, see, the thing is with this actually is that we're not going to get credit because I don't think it's going to be far enough. I think it has to be at least 100 miles. And again, I'm using 1-to-1 scale because I got that weird mod going on, so I don't think that's going to count. However, we would then get 2 when we leave Brownsville, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, let's just go with the empty pallets. You know, that's like 50% of the cargo you can take in this game. Yeah, let's get started up here. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh, I don't have the right check IR set. Hang on a second. Give me a hot second here. Shoop. Okay, there we go. Alright, and start her up. Reset the trip meter. I did not give that engine sound any justice there. I still haven't. So this is actually a this is a paid mod. The sound, it is Z-Mod's X15 Cummins, which is an engine you can actually get in a Cascadia. Apparently, you can also get manual in it too. It's just not very common. So that's the combo we're rolling with tonight. I love the crackling sound it makes when you start out with this engine. That when it goes under load, love it. So something else we're actually getting treated with in the 146 update is drive shaft torque. It's a little harder to see when you don't have a lot of load or a lot of weight. We'll see it more when we get cargo, but it's something I've actually been wanting to see for a while now, and they've actually put it in now, which is pretty great. Kind of see it there, but it adds a lot of realism. You know, if you ever paid attention to a fully loaded truck pulling out from a light in real life, you can see the thing kind of rock a little bit, and it's the drive shaft, I guess, causing the frame. I have a hard time describing it. It's a physical thing. It's like angular momentum. But like, it's just the force of the rotational, I think it's called rotational inertia actually, of the drive shaft. Go straight on. Causes the frame of the truck to want to rotate in correspondence, like in the same direction. So it's a physical phenomena that happens in real life, and they finally actually added it to the game too. I think it adds a lot of realism. It's details like that they add these quality of life changes that are so small, but I think make a big difference. And of course, it's optional too. I don't think it's on by default, so you have to switch it on yourself, which isn't the end of the world. But I have maxed it out, and I don't think it's overdone at all. You can kind of see it again. Once we get a cargo on our backs, you'll really be able to see it. Just that gear. I think I'm going to actually not turn here because I wanted to see what this other road's like. I haven't discovered this other road yet. Oh, come on, give me that gear. What else is different in 146? There isn't, I don't know, I feel like there isn't a huge amount other than the DLC coming out. There was a whole list on the blog post. Of course, I didn't, pay attention to a lot of the other things in it, which is funny because the drive shaft torque is literally the last thing listed on the changelog. I do remember that. So there's more stuff. I'm trying to look it up here while driving, because that's what you do. That's really safe, right? Let's see. Oh, wow, it's on the second page already. Jeez. Oh, come on, give me the gear. Why are you stopping? Oh, that's buggy. That's buggy. Don't stop for me, man. Oh, they're all... Look at them, they're stopping for me. It's awkward. I'll look this up in a second. I don't have to drive. His car pulled out in front of me. Not even in a hurry, look at him. It's like people were doing to me today while I was out on the highway. Alright, 146 update. Here we go. This is the post I was looking for here.
Go straight on.
Should have gotten my shifter camera out, but I was running so late tonight. We didn't have time for that. Okay, so gallery has been updated. You could take screenshots a little differently now. The UI is a bit different. I have not looked at that very much, because I don't really take a lot of pictures in the game. Company browser, ooh, that's new. I just downshifted. There goes some metal teeth from that gear. It's money shift. Okay, so this says for the company browser that's new. You know what? I guess we're going to stop and we're going to take a look at that. That's what we're going to do. Alright, we're pulling into... what is this? Wally World?
Turn right.
Excuse me. Big truck coming through. I heard that. I have a sound mod going on too. What a surprise, right? I do a lot of sound mods. But it's the sound fixes mod you could find on, I think on the forum in the workshop, so easily accessible. Highly recommend the workshop mods when you can, because they get updated automatically then. You don't have to worry about searching for them. You know, some people prefer to never update anything because they want control over their updates, and you know, and that works, but I usually trust the update process. Very rarely if I had something break because there's a new version of the game. I mean, operating systems break all the time with updates, but I just let those go too. But my point is, I guess, that the mods are typically updated pretty quickly in conjunction with the game, so I usually prefer the workshop mods. Just so I don't have to deal with trying to update them manually, I guess. That's the main thing. It's the convenience factor for me. Alright, so we just backed up here while we're waiting to get loaded here. Let's do some role-playing. I wanted to show the company browser that they're talking about, which I don't even know how to access. Let's see. Let's do a quick read here. So the company browser is just under content browsers, company browser. Whoa. So these are all the companies in the game. There's actually a lot now. There's a good amount. Wow. So this tells you, I guess... What does this do? This browser allows players to search for specific types of companies, cargoes, or trailer types. This means if you're waiting for any of the examples mentioned in the previous sentence, you can easily check if such thing even exists within the game. So if you're curious about which cargo you can theoretically haul between Bellingham and Nogales, or even Eureka to Burlington, the company browser will achieve just that. So, okay. So basically, you can choose from and to. Right-clicking gives you two. How do I do I just close this out? Okay. Ah, I see. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's just charged all over the place. And I think that, yeah, so the intake and outtake at all these places. Classic LA. Brownsville Port, there's just one. So you're supposed to be able to also choose, I guess, like, the cargo that you want to pull as well. Now that's interesting. House prefabs. So that must be like a development. You can only drop off there. You can only pick up from here. Austin. So, okay, I can see how this could be useful. Lemonade, that's very specific. Cool. Alright, 1 second here. Alright, get loaded up here now. What else is new in 146? We have ownable cisterns, chemical trailers. US 20 between Idaho and Montana. It says will be arriving. I don't know if that means it's already in. So we can check the map real quick. Between Idaho and Montana. That's 12. That's not even. This is. US 20 located between Idaho and Montana. 20. Maybe it's not in yet? Let's see. I'll look on that shortcut here. It's gotta be a road up here somewhere. It's supposed to be US 20. I see 2. Let's see, Idaho Falls is all the way over here. So this is still Idaho. I gotta remember that. 20. Oh, there's 20. Between Idaho Falls. It connects Idaho Falls and Yellowstone. Okay. So this is new. This road is new. And they put this in because it was requested by the user base. That's pretty cool. They actually took that feedback. Alright, let's get rolling here because this isn't just about 146. There's our empty pallets. I guess they don't care about trying to cover them or anything. Going just over to Brownsville, right? We're not even, this isn't even going to count towards our count. We're not even making progress tonight. Get rolling here. There you can kind of see the torque there, right? Well, that was a big, massive fail there, jeez. Alright, didn't quite make the turn, but that's okay. You can see the truck rocking there a little bit with the power, right? Yeah. That adds a lot of realism right there. I think that's pretty cool. Physics. Physics are fun. Nope. Come on. Oh, this is awkward. Pulling at the same time as this car's pulling in.
Turn right.
Alright, I must be missing that rolling speed where I'm supposed to engage the gear when I'm coming to a stop. I gotta work on that.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Alright. Alright, here we go onto some Texas highway here. Oh, we're going.
Keep left, and then
I'll go ahead and close the window so it's not so loud.
exit left.
So, as you can see there, some of the interesting things that I noticed in Texas is how they have surface roads almost everywhere along the highways, which apparently is a thing in real life. almost every highway just has a service road that goes alongside it. You get dumped off of it or back onto it through ramps that they strategically place.
Keep left.
And we'll probably see it at some point here, but I think the craziest things is that the exits and the entrances to the highway from the service road are just ramps, right? They're not intersections, so the ramp traffic has priority when it intersects the service road. So the traffic that's already on the service road actually has to come to a stop. And they have to you get a yield sign, so you got to watch for the ramp traffic. I already screwed up once on that. I like almost hit an AI, because you got to look up the entire ramp. If you're like parallel with the highway and the ramp, you know, is the exit ramp is behind you, right? Or like you're coming up to the exit ramp and the traffic is in the same direction coming off the ramp that you're going, you have to really look behind you there. Make sure you're not gonna should probably get in the right lane here as a truck. And make sure you're not gonna like run into someone who's coming off the ramp because they have the priority. I haven't seen anything like that in any other state so far in the game. You know, when we lived in Colorado along Interstate 25, there were a good amount of sections between Colorado Springs and Denver, which was the main stretch we took all the time. Sure, there's a lot more areas out there than that, but that stretch alone had a good amount of service road along it. Sometimes we'd end up taking that if the traffic were backed up really bad on the interstate, so let me make sure I get my Jake set here for when I need it. Not too loud in the X15. This is a stock engine, right? So no straight pipes, no frills. We were going for like a modern kind of, but still manual truck. That's what I was going for. So I still have the analog gauges here on the Cascadia here. Yeah, there you go. There's another of the surface roads there. I don't think that one's actually drivable. Now we're in Brownsville. It didn't take too long. This is a really short stretch here. There are some really long stretches of I-10 and I-20 and I-35 you can take. Like the drive from, I don't know where 35 terminates. I guess it's way down near Dallas, right a little further south than that. You could take that all the way north to Houston and beyond, I think. I only drove it once. I didn't keep track of what was going on. Here you can actually see right down there, pointing like you can see, but the ramp just kind of like merges in with the service road. I guess it's not exactly the example I'm trying to give, because the one I'm trying to give is when the service road actually has two-way traffic on it. Not that it's just like, you know, going the same direction. I think we need to actually get over here. Yeah, we're getting off up here.
Exit right.
So we're gonna actually downshift here. Start our braking. I want to slam into everyone with all these pallets. See that the signs say yield to ramp. The ramp always has priority, which isn't the case in a lot of states. Like,
Go straight on, and then keep left.
typically, even if you're coming off the highway, like I know specific where I grew up in New York on the highway up there.
Turn left.
Even though you were I can't remember time to get over there. I was going to try to get in the right lane. Even though you were coming off the highway onto a service road, you still had to yield to the people to your right, which is kind of tricky because they're kind of in your blind spot, possibly, right? So here in Texas, a lot of the time, the people on the service road have to basically yield to the ramp, and it's not a stop; it's just a yield. So you gotta have good judgment. So if you ever move to Texas, get used to that, I guess. I mean, it's not like it's everywhere, but it's just it's a very common, I guess, traffic pattern, which isn't common in any other state that I've seen. In real life towards the east, and in game in the west. So dropping off up here. We're probably not going to get credit, like I said, for this one, but we're going to pick up another job. It's going to be definitely further than this.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Let me figure out where our turnoff is. Turnout is up here, I guess. Nice thing about stock engine
Turn
brakes
left.
like this is you can use them in the city because they don't really, they're not noisy. That's a good shift right there.
You have arrived at your destination.
Alright, let's roll to the back here to drop off our pallets. Such an exciting cargo. I was hoping to pick up some more variety of cargo because this is a new kind of trailer. I don't know if it's new in 146 to have the ownable drop deck. I think that came in the last version. I don't typically pull own trailers just because I like to have more variety and I like dropping and hooking, drop and hook, or quicker. Oh, this could be tricky here. They don't give you a lot of room here. I haven't been in one of these prefabs in a while. Let's see what we can do here. Oh boy. We're gonna have to jackknife this, I think. Come back to it. We're gonna have to come up and back a couple times here. Let's just snake it around, I guess. I don't know. Jackknife it around, I guess, is the better term. Alright, that should be enough. That should do it. Yeah, swing it around. Bring it around town. Not give a lot of room here, but I do have a smaller cab. So that should help us a little bit here. Definitely have a better turning radius than if I brought a KW900 through here. I was thinking of driving one of those tonight, but I didn't have one set up. And I didn't want to take any more time to get one set up, so we just hopped in the Cascadia. Mid cab here, mid-size cab. Oh! Oh my. Well, that was fun. A wild train appeared. It may or may not have something to do with the fact that I have the traffic turned up a notch. I have them up only at 1.5 though. I just don't fully understand the spawning algorithm. Sometimes it just feels like 1.0 is not enough, and then other times it's like, it's way too much, especially if you're like on a side road trying to pull out. Sometimes they like to really spawn then. Yeah, I'm all over the place on this one. They didn't give me a lot of room here though. Excuse me. But like, yeah, it's like the traffic spawning sometimes is so annoying. It just doesn't work that well sometimes. Alright, I think we're lining up here. Hup, hup. Alright, and whoop, there we go. In the right gear. Alright, this is good. There you go, some rocking there from the drive shaft. Love it, I love it. Oh, it's so great. Bump the dock there. Shut her down just to get unloaded here. And pick our next job. So this definitely isn't going to count. Yeah. I think it has to be at least 100 miles, yep. They each have to be 100 miles. But I guess I didn't explain this at the start either, but we're just basically driving to or from 15 different Texas cities. That's the personal goal. I guess community goal is to drive 125 million miles, so that's fun. Well, my idea here, like I was saying, you can either go to Corpus Christi, that should be long enough. 10 miles, the scale is 1 to 20, I think, in American trucks, so that should be plenty. Actually, it might be 1 to 19. I'm not sure. No, I think that's Euro Truck. Definitely don't want to do more, yeah, they're not even giving, Laredo. It's too close. So let's go with the pressure tank. Something a little different. I think that's the neighbor next door that we gotta go drive over to now. Oh, jeez, there goes another tree. Wow, this train's just like to spawn right there. Alright. Let's get rolling over to the next depot. Love this engine sound, by the way. I feel like I've already streamed with it at some point, but the Cummins X15, it's got a good rumble to it. Of course, with stock exhaust, it doesn't sound that deep like you can get on some trucks, but I always like the clatter kind of sound that they get in the higher RPMs. Very, very distinct sound.
Turn left.
Ooh, one of those go-karts. This could be fun. Oop. See, now if I sit here too long, the traffic's probably going to spawn up and be way too busy. That doesn't look too bad. Trash truck. Oh, nope. The rush hour is starting. Nice Kenworth. Alright, come on, trucks. It's my turn. I have the right of way, damn it. Alright, looks like we're heading towards a port up here. Which isn't too surprising because we're basically on the coast here. Guess he's turning there, yeah. Bye, cop. Forgot I had the window open there. I was wondering why my left ear was ringing.
Go straight on.
Let's see, what else we got going on mod-wise? I'm running Grimes' seasonal mod, because I'm running the current season right now, so you can see we got some seasonal temperatures down here in Texas. It's only in the mid-60s. That's because we're in November. This is late autumn, mild winter is the name of this one. I think you can actually find it in the forums, and they also have their own, well, there's a nice train horn there. That's a sound mod, by the way. That sounded pretty good. They also have, what am I trying to say? A website, like a blog kind of sort of website, but it actually hosts the mods as well. Wow, that's a huge port. So yeah, we got the seasonal mod going on that modifies, like, you can see the trees, right? They're all kind of in the hibernate kind of state. Alright. And I got various sound mods, so I'm using, like I said earlier, the sound fixes pack, which changes a bunch of miscellaneous sounds like the traffic, because the default traffic drives me crazy. It just does not sound like the engines are like too loud, and you don't really hear the tire sounds. But then in this fixer upper pack, it makes it all better. And the backup beepers changed. I think the wind road noise changes. I might actually have a custom or an additional sound by Z mods in there for that one. Z mods air brakes. A lot more realistic than the default. So various sound mods, and then the seasonal weather, seasonal mod for the atmosphere. I think those are the main things, really. I don't run too many mods. Sometimes I run in a custom truck or two, but in this profile it had them before I cleaned it up a little bit. It had a few custom trucks. It actually had the International LT. Can I turn down here? No. No, I can't. Nope. No, I can't. Alright. Got excited. I've been doing that with this GPS on this truck lately. For some reason, I've been preemptively taking turns. It's too early. Alright. But yeah, actually I had the, an LT International mod still on this profile up until like a couple weeks ago, and SES put the truck into the game officially like a year ago or something like that, so I hadn't been using this profile for a while. Alright, I have arrived at my destination. I guess I have to go to this hangar, maybe. Let's see, is it in here? Oh my gosh, you know what this prefab is? Maybe it's not the exact same one. It looks just like the one in LA, though. Oh, jeez. It's not the same one, but that's where they want me. I think I can swing this. You know what I can do? Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna slip in right here. We're gonna do the old backsy upsies. Alright, that's enough. I can't turn anymore, and I need to because I can't turn because those pipes are there, but oh, we're gonna need to straighten this one out. At least I can see over the flatbed. That helps a lot. Can't cut it just yet. There, now we're good. Just kidding. I'm grazing something there. Whoopsies. Now I'm good. Forgot. The nose is a little bit longer than I give it credit. I think we can straighten out once more here. There we go. Perfect. Let's back it up. Alright, we're good. We are good. Speed up a little bit there. This takes so long to transition between loads. See, if I didn't own the trailer, wouldn't have to back up twice. Nice train going through there. Got some traffic on the road over there. Where's that? Oh, it looks like an impassable road. Well, that's just a continuation of the highway. Nice. I'm actually not using the train horn on the Cascadia tonight. I'm just using one of the regular horns, the, you know. Wow, that's loud. It works. Alright, let's roll. Oh, spun the wheels a little bit there. Felt the engine slip there a little bit, or the wheels slipped through the RPMs. Leaving Brownsville for Corpus Christi. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that's Latin. Or something. So happy Tuesday, everyone. It's not very often you hear me say that on a sim stream like this. But
Get ready to turn left.
wow, there goes one of those randomly spawning trains again. Look, it was right after the exit up here. That's pretty wild. It's
Turn
kind of
left.
scary. I kind of don't want to stop. See, I can't exactly stop. I'm gonna roll up now. I don't have enough room. See, I'm on the railroad track right now, so this truck better move it. I gotta go. He's just gonna stop. Oh, I hate when they do that. Thank you, but you're an idiot. But yeah, that track was not a good place. That wasn't good placement. You got to stop behind it because you can't stop on the tracks. You got to wait behind it, and then try to roll through it so that you're not sticking your ass out on the railroad track. But yeah, like I said at the beginning of the stream, last Thursday, I decided just to take it easy, and didn't stream. So,
Go straight
but I
on.
really wanted to stream Texas while it's out in news, so that's why we're streaming tonight. Also because I'm actually off tomorrow. Not in a rush to get to sleep tonight, but still gotta get to sleep at a decent time. Because we've got to drive tomorrow up to my parents for Thanksgiving. We can really, geez, you can really feel the weight on this one. You can really feel the drive shaft torque, especially when there's more weight on the trailer. When you're heavier, you can really see it and feel it more. It's the same in real life too.
Go straight on.
Whoops. Still trying to get that down. I don't know what I'm missing there. I think this gearbox that I'm using, that's another one I'm using, is more realistic transmissions. So, the ratios, there's more options for different ratios. Really, that's it. Because, there's not a huge difference between, the automatic and the manuals, because you choose separately of the transmission in-game whether you want to simulate automatic or manual, so it doesn't really matter what you pick. But I do pick the manual transmission option, or manual transmission out of the mod, just for the most realism. And I chose something that has a higher final drive ratio, so the engine RPMs aren't annoyingly high as I'm cruising through Texas, because
Keep right, and then keep
the highway speed limits are a lot higher here than states in the east. So I guess it's pretty much the same as western states, other than in California.
keep left.
And we're limited
and
to
exit left.
this. See, here's one of those ones where the ramp is right here. That's not too uncommon. We gotta find an example of what I was trying to talk about earlier. See, now traffic is pretty dead here. Even though I'm pretty sure I have the traffic turned up pretty high. Not pretty high. Just there's more people on the service road on the highway. Very excited on that one. But anyway, the normal gear ratio that you get for the 13 speed, which is what I'm running, the stock one in the game ends up keeping the RPMs pretty high, at 1400 at 65 miles an hour, but this one actually keeps it down a little lower. So when you have a lower final drive ratio, or I guess rear differential ratio, the lower that number is, the lower your engine RPMs will be at a given speed in your final gear.
Keep left.
And so that's what I was kind of going for here. I was shooting for 65, which we're stuck at. We're stuck at for contract jobs. 1300 RPM. That's not bad. And it's like a fuel efficiency thing, and it's also a comfort thing because it's less annoying to hear the rattling of the engine. You know, lower RPMs, it's quieter. But like the main reasons that like big truck companies limit their fleet trucks to like 60, 62 miles an hour is just purely fuel economy. That's really all it is. Probably not really safety. I mean, maybe like 10% of it is safety, the rest of it is fuel economy. It's the reasoning. But yeah, in game, if you're doing contract jobs like we're doing right now for the event, you're stuck at 65 because they don't want people cheating, I guess, basically is what it comes down to. So you're governed at a maximum speed. I guess by cheating, they mean like people driving like 100 miles an hour or with modded engines and all that fun stuff. You could probably still get a modded truck to like go from 0 to 65 like almost instantaneously, but that would save you a little time actually, but they can't control that, I guess. I'm glad they don't, because I like the freedom of having mods. Why are we going slow here? People merging on, that's why. They did also change the behavior a bit of how traffic merges. They're a little smarter now. They will... Oh, we got an inspection station coming up. I think that means I gotta get over. I'm not sure what that means. Half a mile inspection station. I think it's closed. Looks like it's closed. I think we're good. Those are new. There's some traffic now. It finally spawned in at a decent rate. Anyway, I got distracted by that sign because I thought I had to do a thing. But, I didn't. Anyway, oh gosh, what was I talking about? I'm talking about gear ratios, talking about, traffic? Merging. Traffic merging. Alright, so that's changed a little bit. They're a little bit smarter in that they will slow down a little bit if they see that you're on the ramp and coming on. I can't tell you how many times in all the previous versions of the game I've, like, been working on getting up to speed on the ramp, and then finally when I get to the point to merge, there's a car right next to me, and there's not another car in sight. Like, it's just the way that the timing has worked with the cars on the highway spawning the way they do. And now the other thing too that's better is that they get up to speed a lot better getting on the highway like that car just did, as you saw. You'll find more traffic also merging on as you're driving, so you got to pay attention to that, but they're also smarter about it too, so they'll try to get in front of your truck, you know, if you're cruising along and you don't want to have to slow down too much. They're usually pretty good about that. They're better. Another inspection station. Maybe this one's actually open. Looks like there's a scanner up here. We'll see if we have to get pulled in or not. Down to 55 up here. We're good to pass, but we're going to slow down a little bit. We've got our free pass here, so we will just roll on through. Thanks for the free pass. And the train, nice. Nope, still haven't figured that out there. Hmm. Suddenly, there's a lot of traffic. I found this happens whenever you increase the traffic density. Let's see what I even have it at. It's not even... It can't be that bad. Maximum water level exceeded. That's fun. View traffic is 1.5. Default is 1. So I haven't even made it twofold. Ooh, quite a rock there. That Volvo, I thought he was stopping. Maybe get off the gas. I could have rolled through with him. Faked me out. Well, yeah. Texas definitely has a different, different feeling of driving through it. Different feel than Montana. They did a good job. I was wondering how they were going to handle a pretty flat state. I mean, Texas isn't flat, you know, in the west side. I mean, they've got some hills. Like out here, it's flat, right? And it looks pretty good. I thought there might be a problem, I don't know, with hiding just the void, you know, without mountains, but they did a pretty good job with the vegetation hiding that kind of stuff.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Right.
Exit right.
I guess something that's also pretty unique
Keep left, and then keep
about Texas. What does it want me to do now? You get on the highway, but then get off the highway again. Yeah, complex interchanges like this stuff. This stuff's kind of complex. I mean, some of the multiple interstate interchanges. I think they have one that's stacked like 16 tall or something ridiculous around Dallas.
right, and then turn
I think
left.
it can get a little crazy. Yeah. I want to become famous. We're getting that again now. Nice.
Turn left.
No thanks, bot. We're good. Ugh. That car's gonna try to go because these AI are really bad at four-way stops. Not very different from people in real life. Alright.
Get ready to turn left.
And I don't know if anyone has seen,
Turn left.
but the next state has already been announced. I think it was announced like literally like, come on, give me the gear. I think it was announced like the day after Texas released, they already announced the next state, which is not entirely surprising at all. It's Oklahoma, which basically is an extension of Texas. it's like it. It's like, you know, the rest of the Panhandle, I guess, or whatever you want to call that part of the northwest part of Texas. Come on, give me the gear. Alright,
Get ready.
this should give us two 2 points here, I guess, or 2
Turn
deliveries.
right, and then continue straight on.
Turn right and then continue straight on. Yeah, I think this is where I
Go
pull in right
straight on.
here. I think I made the mistake of trying to go through that gate back there once.
You have arrived at your
Alright.
destination.
I really don't want to blindside, so we're just gonna back up this way. Alright, we're gonna straighten out for this part here yet. Alright, doing pretty good. We'll just hug this barrier here. Letting them all over there rubbernecking. Watching me. The AI still do that after all these years. They see you got your hazards on, you're backing up in a prefab, in like a trailer depot, and they still think like they gotta drive cautiously around you. Like you're like 100 feet away, it doesn't matter. Crazy. Oh, this is gonna get tricky here. Can't get too close to that fence there. I need to start cutting the wheel. Might have to correct here. Oh yeah, we gotta correct. There's a trailer right there. These split axle drop decks are tricky. They are tricky. Okay, this is looking more better here. Alright, just like that. Again, I don't know why we'd be backing up to a dock with a drop deck, but that's always been a thing. So this should be number 5 and 6 for me. There you go. Alright, I think I can do one more here. Let's get that lined up. So I already did McAllen, I don't want to do that. Laredo I have not done yet. See, he wants me to go around because of my map scale. I think we can just cut across this way. You know what? Maybe we should try to just go into a bigger city. Houston. Oh, Houston's that far over. I didn't realize. So 35 doesn't go through Houston at all. Carry dumpsters. What else we got? Waste paper. That's also new in the state of Texas. In game. They added that cargo. I think they put that in other states too. You know what? It's across the town. I can't do San Antonio because I came from there. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go to... Yeah, let's do either Houston or Dallas. Dallas would take us up, I guess that's 35, right? Let's do some... Nah, let's do Houston. Let's do Houston. The capital, right? Or no, Austin is the capital. Pretty sure. Texas capital is Austin. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. Houston.
When possible, make a U-turn.
Alright, we'll try to not dilly-dally too much getting over there. You want me to leave? Yeah, this little tiny gate here. They're gonna let me. Oh, I wasn't sure for a second. I might not have given this enough of a wide berth to get through here. Let's see. A squeeze? No, we're squeezing the trailer. We're gonna squeeze the trailer. It's fine. Come on. Isn't V, Ooh. I thought V was, diff lock. Maybe I don't have diff lock on this truck, actually. I thought that was supposed to be left and right axle lock. Anyway. Did enough damage already.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Keep right, and then turn right.
Alright,
Turn right.
oh, the street sweeper. I think even I'm faster than him. If I can find a gear. Alright, so here's an example of what I've been trying to explain this whole time. To ramp, you have to yield to the ramp, right? So I gotta look back here, see if anyone's coming on or off. I don't see anyone coming off. Sometimes they're a little more extreme than this, where like literally they cross your path coming off the ramp there. And you have to stop or you're going to collide, but in this case, if you're in the right lane, it doesn't
Go
really
straight
matter.
on.
Oh jeez, man, I tell you what, I am bad with the gears tonight. I need to be in that lane anyway, getting up here. Cross traffic does not stop. This bus is gonna race me.
Keep left, and then exit left. Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
So the reason I'm starting so late tonight, other than it being a Tuesday and me normally doing these on Thursdays, is I actually made an errand out to Micro Center. I'm actually helping a friend out
Keep right.
potentially been here
and then
to
exit
build a new
right.
PC soon. That's actually not the reason I went to. Well, I gotta exit up here.
Exit
Hang
right.
on. This is real close quarters. Sorry, truck behind me. The reason I went was because researching to help him with his PC made me realize I could actually
Right.
benefit
And then turn
from some of
right.
the numbers I'm seeing upgrading my CPU and my board, because I have to, because it's a whole new platform, which
Turn right.
is how Intel rolls. So I actually went to Micro Center tonight and picked me up a Raptor Lake i7 13700K. Right now I have a Coffee Lake 8th gen 8700K, and I was seeing like 70 some percent single core performance boost off of that, and I've actually been hitting that limit of single core performance on my 8700K on these simulators, so it's been driving me kind of crazy. So I think it's time for me, like,
Go
at
straight
minimum
on.
5 years, and we're at 5 years, so so I made the leap,
Keep right.
picked up
And then
a
turn right.
CPU and a board. I still have to get the RAM for it,
Turn right.
and I may need to get another cooler because apparently
Get ready to turn
my
left.
Corsair
Turn
cooler is not compatible with LGA 1700, the new pin setup.
Have arrived at your destination.
There's not even a compatibility kit for it. Some of their older gen coolers have that, but this one that I have does not, so I think I need to go find me a new cooler now too. So I gotta search. The reason I bit today specifically was because Micro Center is running a Black Friday deal on the processor and giving $20 off the motherboard if you buy a combo. And so that's what I did. I bought the 13700K. I'm going to go to the end of the slot and turn around. And then I bought an MSI board. I actually didn't go Asus for this one. I went MSI. Now, I might just take it back. We'll see. I already got the processor at the deal for Black Friday. And I got the $20 off in addition by getting the board combo. I just, after some of the stuff I've heard about the latest Asus motherboards, I've been a fan of Asus for quite a while. But I've heard some problems with the Asus boards for the Z690, maybe the 790 as well, which I don't quite understand. I went in without honestly doing a lot of research on the new chipsets. I just knew I wanted the chip, and I wanted DDR5, even though it's a little premium still. It's coming down in price, but it's still a little more premium. Outside of those parameters, I didn't look up anything else. It's so... Well, there's your waste management dumpsters, or municipal waste management, MWM. I do like the logos on these new companies. Anyway, so I went in there and I was like, just like bouncing between MSI Asus, MSI Asus, MSI, and that's right, we're not going that way. I thought we were going to Laredo, going up to Houston. Yeah, we'll take the highway around Victoria. I've had enough of these stoplights. Right, so the selection at Micro Center for the Asus boards was not that great. So that's how I ended up with going with MSI. The board I got, apparently it had started with the last generation of processors, 12th gen. But it was really nicely priced. It's the MSI Pro Z690A. The A, which I learned in store looking at the boxes, has more ports than the P model, and so I got the A model because I want more USB ports. Which is also, by the way, one of the reasons I got the Asus motherboard for the build I'm still running on right now. Back in 2018, I was looking for a lot of USB ports.
Turn right.
And the the Asus board was the only one at the time around that price range that had the kind of USB ports I was looking for. So anyway, the MSI board was the one I went with because the selection for Asus wasn't great. I've heard that they've been having issues lately. And on top of that, I still am in the middle of the RMA process for my 3080 through them, the Strix 3080 that I got.
Go straight on.
That has been a whole fiasco. I'm at the point of having a bit of radio silence at the moment. This is quite the story. I don't know if I've shared much about this yet. But I sent my 3080 in, and I was even thinking, you know, I probably shouldn't bother with this because this could end badly, and lo and behold, here we are with a story to tell. But the reason I sent it in was because of LEDs malfunctioning, like 3 of them out of like the 20-some that are on the end of the LED light bar on the video card burnt out. They just stopped working, and so I thought, well, you know what, this thing's under a 3-year warranty. I might as well just take advantage of that and get a functional card, right? Well, they sent me a refurbished 3080, which, you know, standard industry practice, right? Like, I wasn't expecting a new inbox card out of the transaction, and when I got back, worked fine with the LEDs. However, there was quite a bit of damage on the on like the light bar itself. So like it had some scuffs on it, like the card had been banged up, like it just was not cared after, and it didn't look. I mean, it wasn't cared after like the card I sent in, you know, like the quality. Just someone just didn't take care of it, you know. Like I took care of the card I sent in, and now is when I was a little annoyed by that, right? Like, but I could look past that. The problem started then with that replacement, though, when I discovered that the fans had a rattling problem. Like they would rattle quite loudly at like that's interesting. The car decided to go, but I guess he was out in the intersection. Apparently these cards have had that issue a little commonly, and the card I sent in didn't have this problem at all. The fans were fine. What I discovered was happening, give a lot of room here, was around certain fan RPMs, like the thing would just vibrate. Like you could hear the resonance. And people were fixing this by like jamming like a shim in between like the fan and heatsink, and I was like, I don't want to have to deal with that. I shouldn't have to deal with this, you know. A, damaged card, B, fan problem. This is a really poorly designed intersection. And so I complained, you know, I said I want to send this back. This has another problem. And I'm disappointed that I got a product back that was inferior to the one I sent in. It's the same, you know, model. Fine, it's another Strix 3080. And I think it might have even actually performed a little bit better than the one I sent in. I think it might have had a little bit of a better chip. Not that much different, honestly.
Keep left.
Now there's like the silicon lottery where you get the golden chip. I've never been that lucky to get something that just happens to overclock like crazy, like some people have. But, you know, I was just annoyed, right? Because I got back a replacement card that just was not in as good of a shape and had the fan problem. So, anyway, I sent it back to them, you know, after complaining. They actually didn't make me pay for shipping the second time, rightfully so, which I still find annoying, is that they make you they charge you to ship it back, which fine, you know, they pay to ship it back to you, you know, the replacement back to you, so you just pay for one way. But it's not cheap if you go through them. But I guess at least it's insured that way, so I decided to do that. So they have the replacement card again. They still have my original card. I don't know what. It's probably just sitting on a shelf somewhere. Who knows? But like, when I had complained to them and before I sent this card back, they were like, you know, fine, we'll give you a new in-box replacement. We don't have this model number that's new in box, so we're gonna have to find you something comparable. And so I was like, okay, that sounds great. I want something that's just not like doesn't look like it's been wrecked, you know, as a replacement, or just send me back my original card. It's probably what I should have said. But anyway, you know, they promised me, okay, we'll give you a new in-box replacement as replacement number 2. When they received the replacement, you know, the second card from me that I sent back in, they emailed me and said, oh, actually we don't have any new, you know, viable, comparable new in-box replacements. Will you take another refurb? Which was just like, I don't know, whatever. I was really annoyed with them, of course, at that, because they said, oh, well, we'll give you a new in-box, and they were just like, psych, no, we won't. And what I said was, if you can guarantee that the car doesn't have any defects, won't have any problems with the fan, and won't be damaged, then fine, I'll take the replacement, because I want my card back. Like, you know, I want the card that I had paid for it back. And they said, all right, we'll raise your concern, you know, to the higher ups to get to the next tier. And that was Friday. I had that correspondence with them. Haven't heard anything since. I assume they're on break this week, the people I've been working with. So we'll see if I hear back from them tomorrow. I don't know. If I will, I'm not holding my breath. But if I don't hear anything come Monday, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. Oh well, I have to exit. Whoopsie daisy. Sorry, truck. I'm an idiot, I know. I wasn't expecting that interchange to be that quick here. That's right, we gotta get on 59. Okay, here is a good example of this yield thing that I was talking about. Is it? No, I'm just kidding. No, this is still 2 lanes. Oh, no, it's not. No, yep, sees the double yellow right there, right? There's traffic oncoming here. So if you're coming the other way there up to the ramp, you're like you're facing ramp traffic at highway speed coming towards you, which is not like anything I've ever seen before in a state other than Texas. Some crazy stuff, right? So anyway, I'm still on my 1080. I've kept it as a backup, and I'm glad I did at this point, because right now I've been going on probably a total of like 2 weeks not having my my current card, my latest card, the 3080. So I've got this one as a pretty solid fallback. And it runs this game just fine, even at 1440p, because I do have that monitor I upgraded to this year. And I have noticed that my 8700K is actually bottlenecking my 3080 at even at 1440p. So that was another reason I wanted to actually move forward with an upgrade. So I got the processor and the motherboard. I'm still debating on the motherboard. I don't know, I might take it back. But it's a really good, no frills, like it has everything you need, solid MSI motherboard Pro Series, so there's no RGB on it, which has been giving me more headache lately than good. I do like having the motherboard on this Asus backlighting, like the PCB in the VRMs. It does look pretty good. I thought it would be pretty gimmicky, and as far as the software was concerned, especially the first couple of years, it really was, because it was a pain in the butt. Like, it just wouldn't work nicely, like with the cooler. Because I had a Corsair cooler. I gotta pull over here. I hate how the AI slow down so much sometimes whenever you're going from a 2-lane to a 4-lane. They do it all the time.
Finding a new route.
But yeah, So we're starting a new build, basically, or a rebuild, because I'm going to keep my case, my power supply, and the video card, whatever they send back to me. I'm really curious to see what they're going to get back to me with. If they're going to still be like, sorry, we're going to just have to give you another refurb 3080, then I think I'm just going to be done with Asus altogether. Which is fine. Like, it's a shame, but it's fine, because, like, there's other brands out there. And it's a shame because I've really liked Asus for a long time because I thought they made really high-quality products, and maybe that's still the case. Like, it's not often that you have to deal with their customer support. But when you do have to deal with their customer support, even for me, it was just a minor issue, such a minor issue of a few LEDs on it, right? I could have just let it go, and I would have been fine. The card was fine. But it was bothering me, and it's like, I should have a perfectly working product. Let's see what the red card did there. I actually almost caused an accident the other day in real life because someone did that to me. I was starting to pull out from a gas station, and they changed from the left lane to the right lane as I was pulling out, so I had to like slam on my brakes, and I was just awkwardly sitting there. People were driving too fast that day. Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty annoyed if it takes them this long to be like, yeah, we're just gonna send you another refurb, but I'm kind of thinking they're trying to find something out there for me. That's what I'm thinking this is all about. Alright, I need over here.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
But it'll be interesting to see if they decide to give me a... I guess what I was expecting them to give me at first was a 3080 version 2, which is the low hash rate version of the card, which is, I really don't care about resale value, so that wouldn't have bothered me as long as the performance in games were the same, which they said was the case. Suddenly there's a lot of AI. But they didn't even do that. You know, they didn't even do that. It'll be curious to see what they do end up doing. Okay, get through there when I can. Whew. The car behind me followed too. I am curious to see what they come back with, though, when they finally do get back to me. Don't stop, dude. Dude, come on. Oh, he even put his hazards on. I had the yield sign, not him. You know, sometimes people do that in real life, too. They just stop on the highway. But, like, that was excessive.
Go straight on.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. What's going on lately? If anyone's interested in an 8700K in motherboard and RAM, hit me up. I am also trying to decide what I want to do with the storage. I almost want to go all solid state.
Keep
Get rid of the
right.
hard drive that's in there. Well, the hard drive, I don't mind at all. The only thing I keep it in there for is my media files. And something I'm not really looking forward to having to do, which I'm going to have to do, is reinstall Windows. I'm going to see if I can even get the license transferred over, because I think those are tied essentially to motherboard hardware. I've heard you can transfer them, but I don't know exactly how that process goes. I would like to continue using Windows 10 for now. We'll see. And like I said before, I've yet to get memory. And I went for DDR5, and the selection for DDR5 boards is not that great yet. So that was one of the reasons I went with the MSI. Like Asus's selection for DDR5 just didn't really have what I wanted either. But what I liked about the
Go straight
MSI
on.
board that I picked up was it's just very it's like I guess they call it the Pro Series, so it's kind of simplified, just like a simple black design, no LEDs on it, but it's a very clean look, which is what I was kind of going for. I wanted something that doesn't really pop like some of like the white or the silver motherboards out there. Nice little bridge here. That's kind of cool. Little train bridge over there too. Do some fishing off that. Down in the bayou. Yeah, more to come when I get the build done. Once I figure out all the logistics on that, because I'm gonna have to reinstall everything. But once I do, I'm looking forward to having. Oh, that van actually did speed up there. He did the thing that everyone should do whenever they pull out in front of a truck. This guy's just sitting in that lane. So is that guy. I think they all spawned in the left lane. You guys picked a bad lane to spawn in. I am looking forward to seeing how well the new chip performs. I mean, I've been hearing really good things from people who have also upgraded from the 8700K specifically this year. Like, they waited for 5 years like I'm doing, and you're like, wow, like, the benchmarks are one thing, but like what they've actually seen in their own use in gaming is huge. I was thinking about going with the i5 this time around because it has plenty of cores. But a couple of things kept me from that. One, I stream, so I do want the advantages you can get from even a few more cores that the i7 provides.
Recomputed.
Two, I wanted the higher clock rate that you can get on the 7 over the 5. Because, again, a lot of the titles that I play are single-threaded dependent, even in this day and age, because they haven't upgraded the engine. So, the higher your clock rate, the better your performance can be in single-thread, so... Did that get me for doing 25 and a 20? Or 15, I guess. I gotta get up to speed. There's no wasting time here. Not in Texas. Good morning. Get on the highway whether you like it or not, truck. kind of miss pulling a van. They look pretty good with that Cascadia. Right, we're on Highway 69. Nice. Interstate 69. I do not know what lane I need here.
Keep left, and then turn left.
I guess I'm going to take the far left.
Turn left.
Yeah, here's some crazy interchanges for you. We still haven't seen anything too crazy. We won't tonight at this point,
Keep
but
right.
this is some crazy stuff. Kind of reminds me of Oregon a little bit. Like Portland. It's not. Portland isn't quite this crazy. Look at that. Look at this interchange. Oops, sorry, AI.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep right, and then turn right.
Gotta turn at the. I guess it's just at the intersection,
right.
right? I don't know. I was thinking for some reason it's gonna be in front of that.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Right. I turn too early. See, I keep doing that. Well, this is a problem. Are they gonna let me in here? Probably not. Highly doubt it. I know. Alright, this is gonna be fun. They're gonna let me out here? Put my flashing lights on to see if that lets anyone let me out here. We're just gonna back up. Assume people are paying attention. Right, that's a great assumption when driving, right? Assume that people are going to pay attention. Normally in real life you would almost definitely have someone spotting you in this scenario. Like, there's no way you wouldn't have someone making sure you're not about to run into someone. Yep. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. Alright. This is where we're gonna go. That wasn't misleading at all.
You have arrived at your destination.
That looks like a pull-through. I'm definitely gonna follow that. Won't back up if I don't need to. Or was it through here, right? Oh, maybe there was a pull-through. Maybe it was a, oh jeez. I'm gonna screw it up tonight. I thought there was a pull-through over here. I don't see it now. We'll just drive through here then. I must have missed it. Yeah, I missed it. That's all. Well, we pulled through, but not where I wanted to. Yeah, there it is right there. Just came in a little too hot, I guess. Alright. We got plenty of room to back up here, so no big deal. Straightened out too early there. I did. Alright, that'll work. We're a little close on this side, but that's fine. Alright, that'll do it. I forgot to turn my beacon still there. So this should be number 7. That's almost halfway there, right? Yeah. Alright, I better wrap this one up. It's getting pretty late now, so those of you who stop by, thank you for stopping by. Those of you who are stopping by later, watching later, we appreciate you. Catch everyone in the next stream. Have a good one.